to begin, we have Mulan and Shang. Now, they were a little hard to draw. I noticed at the beginning I used the wrong skin color on my tablet. It's a lot darker. Like, the colors just look so weird. And so I had to change his whole skin color because he was just looking pink. I'm basing this off on Disney's Mulan. And so I'm just drawing his little armor suit, whatever that is called. And I'm just gonna make sure it's shaded all correctly. And so that's what I'm doing right there. And as you're watching this video, you'll notice that I'm not really good at drawing hair. I have a struggle, especially with male hair. I know, it's weird. And so Shang's was the easiest to draw. And now I'm starting with Mulan, and she has the same skin color, just a little lighter than Shang's. And I'm just drawing her little dress, making sure that all the colors match in the same order as it is in the movie. Alright, also another thing that I've noticed, eyes are pretty difficult. I try to do a basic eye color. I know some artists are really talented out there who are just amazing at drawing at eyes. Some people draw anime eyes, other people just draw dots. I just do a mixture, and so that's what I do, and that you'll see that in the majority of this video. My high focal point would be the eyebrows. I think I'm pretty good at eyebrows, but yeah. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay. And then I notice his chin is so small, so I had to fix it. And so my favorite part is when I go back to layer 1 and I draw the background. I try to do the lotus flower like it is in the movie, and after this clip I put the picture of my drawing and the picture of what that inspired me to do it. And so that is Mulan and Shang. Now moving on, we have Troy and Gabriella. Troy and Gabriella, I have loved their love story. You know, when you watch a movie as a kid and you're just like, oh my god, I want a love like that, you know? And also just seeing a Latina in the big screens as someone who's just smart and independent, I find that really encouraging when I was a kid. And so I like that about her, about Gabriella. And so I'm doing the scene where they meet each other at the party. I noticed that drawing Troy's shirt was a little difficult, but I managed through. I did a turquoise shirt for Gabriella, add a little sparkle on there, and then my most dreaded part, drawing the hair. I noticed Troy has the same basic hair like every other male in the Disney films. It's that swoopy 2000s hair where everyone's like, oh my god, it looks so good. But now you're looking at it and you're just like, what were they thinking? Gabriella has her nice wavy hair, and I like it. So now I'm drawing her eyes. I'm trying to fix them, make them even though I'm trying not to make it seem as if her eyes are cousins, not sisters. And so I'm doing that, added blush, and now to Troy's eyes. So up to this point, I am starting on their background. I noticed there were some touch-ups I needed to fix because of the background. I tried to do a light type of look. And so I drew some props for them. I did their microphones since they did sing on stage when they first met in the movie. And that is Troy and Gabriella. Our next person, I was excited to draw them because they are not from a book or a movie that many people know. This book is from Wattpad, and it was from, let me see, I forgot. I'll put it when I find out. I'll put the title in the words below. But yeah, They were from my imagination. From the descriptions, when I read this in middle school, I remember reading this and I already knew how Libby looked and Andrew. I don't know. When you guys read books, don't you just imagine how they look like? And like, it would get on my nerves when they would have pictures of them already because I'm just like, I already had their vision. But Libby, if you do not know what this story is, Libby is one of the handmaidens for her cousins, Grand Dubontaing. I know I said that wrong, but she ends up falling in love with the prince, which was highly forbidden in those days. But the prince is totally worth it, and he likes her as well. And so this whole story is them sneakily getting at least any chance they have just to spend time together. I'm into historical fictions, and they're pretty nice. It just gives me a sneak peek of the past, which was nice. Also, Andrew, I imagined him as a blonde because in the book it described his mom as a brunette, whereas his dad was a blonde, and his parents had their own love story on that same application as well. And Libby, even though on the cover it's a blonde girl, I always imagined her as a redheaded girl. In the book, they described her hair as a scarlet red. And so I was like, okay, legit, okay. I don't know why the title has blonde on it, but okay. And so she is a redheaded girl. And so I'm doing that background again, and that is Andrew and Libby. Number 7, Anne and Gilbert from Anne of the Green Gables. Oh, I love them. They are just so great. And so I'm drawing them from the 1987 version of Anne of Avonlea. And so I tried watching the Anne with E on Netflix, and I was okay with it. I'm not happy that Anne and Gilbert didn't have as much screen time together, which I'm kind of a little about. And so this image that I took this picture from, she has this really nice lace dress, and so I try to make that similar look on her. I did that type of hair that she would have had in those times. Gilbert, I'm so sorry. He's just gonna come back from his grave and just slap me because his hair looked so bad. I try to salvage it later in the video. I think I did pretty well, but I try to make him look snazzy while he still had the chance. I'm drawing his vest. Alright, now his hair. I tried to do this little type of hair where I could make sure that it looks nice. So I kind of salvaged it. It was better than the sketch that I did before. Anne's hair was great. Gilbert's hair on the other side, I'm just like, it's not equal, but it's okay. And so I'm just drawing little vines to add to the effect, and that's Gilbert and Anne. And one of my last ones for this part 1 is one of my favorites, Suho and Jooyoung. This is from a webtoon which is called True Beauty. I will leave that link down below. True Beauty is not completed all the way in English. Well, by the time I'm filming this video, it's already completed in Korean. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited for December, where the actual webtoon is going to become a K-drama. They are having debates right now on who's going to play Suho and who's going to play Jugyeong. And I'm just like, if they look similar to the comic characters, I'm not mad. The thing is with them is that they're drawn in a much more anime realistic type of view, and I'm drawing them in my own type of design. And I can see that I'm having a little bit of troubles with his hair, because in the comic he has just glorious beautiful hair, and I try to imitate that and it didn't work. And so I'm just like, I cannot leave him with a bowl cut, so I have to fix his hair. And so I'm trying to fix it. I'm like, okay, let me do his eyes, and then let me try to do this hair. And so I try to do that anime side look with his hair, added more layers, and I just left it. I was just like, whatever, okay, at least let me try to find Jungyoung's hair and just fix it. And so that's what I'm doing here. Her hair in this shot is that it's like she waved it just to impress him, but he said she looked like Hagrid, which kind of backfired on her, so she put it up in a high ponytail. It was pretty when she put it in a high ponytail, so it was nice. So as you see, when you compare it, it's not the same, but it's kind of the same in my own art style. But yeah, that's Suho and Jooyoung. I will see you guys in part 2.